Good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Demetrius.
And Destiny.
Bringing you your morning announcements.
On WDMS News.
Today is Wednesday, June 1st, 2016, 8A. Today in history.
Here's a look at this day in history. June 1st.
In 1831, Arctic explorers John Ross and his nephew James were the first Europeans to reach the magnetic North Pole. On this day in 1938, Action Comics #1, featuring Superman, began to fly off newsstands faster than a speeding bullet. In 1967, the Beatles released their 8th album, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It would become one of the most influential works in pop history. And on this day in 1980, the upstart cable network CNN debuted. Started by Ted Turner, CNN set out to deliver news 24 hours a day.
The Republican primary advanced the entire
Comprehensive coverage of major world events put CNN on the map. And now, we have all news all the time, 24/7. And that's this day in history.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the DMS Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am safe, I am respectful, and I am responsible at Dundalk Middle School and in my community. Please be seated.
Today's math problem is use your knowledge of angles to estimate the angle measurement for each angle. Then decode the Memorial Day message. Be sure to let your math teacher know if you can solve it.
Now here's Alexia with today's weather.
It was 64 degrees this morning. It will be partly cloudy today with a high this afternoon of 80 degrees. Here's the weather for the remainder of the week. Now for the sports report. The Royals lost again last night to the Red Sox. They are 3 games behind the Red Sox in the American League East. They play them again tonight at 7:05 p.m. Now back to Destiny and Demetrius.
Thank you, Alexia.
The following students need to report to the library after the morning announcements. Mireille Helmbright, Kaya High Roman, and Candace Pierce.
Here is a message from our recycling crew.
Hi everybody, this is Destiny to tell you that today is Recycling Day. The recycling crew will be around after the 7th grade lunch to collect your recycling cans. So teachers, please place your cans in the hallway. Students, don't forget to recycle your cans, bottles, and papers. Thank you and have a great day.
Recycling crew statement.
Good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Destiny with a few words of wisdom. Oren Lyons is a Native American elder and a wise man. He understands how the choices we make now ripple out into the future. Listen to what he has to say to us today. In our way of life, every decision we make, we always keep in mind the 7th generation to come. Can you imagine that? What if every time we made a decision, we thought about how that decision would affect our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren? We'd probably think more about the education we are getting today affects the children tomorrow. We'd think about how the pollution we create today will affect the grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And we'd probably want to do everything we can to make the world safe and prosperous for future generations. So today, ask yourself this. How are the choices I am making today affecting my world tomorrow? With something to think about, this is Destiny. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Now here's Mr. Barish.
Morning, Team DMS. During the final 3 weeks of school, I really do encourage all students to make sure you're making excellent decisions. Yesterday, 4 or 5 students made some really poor decisions, resulting in either ALC or out-of-school suspension. So again, students, really, I encourage all of you to end the school year on a positive note. For 95% of you, you do that each and every day, and I do truly appreciate all that you're doing to help make Dundalk Middle School a great school. But for the 5% of the students that I spend 95% of my day with, I'm really requesting that all of you improve some decision making for the final stretch of this school year. Again, 4 students yesterday either got in school or out of school suspensions, including expulsion too. So I do not want to see anyone make poor decisions, but again, end of the year is coming, and as the end of the year is coming, students who do receive serious consequences will not be able to take part in any of the end of year activities. Again, I want to make sure all of our students are coming to school in a positive and safe learning environment. Students, I want to just share with you, and hopefully I have everyone's attention, because as we're going through the building, I'd say about 70% of the homerooms were quiet listening to announcements, and 30% of the homerooms were talking over the announcements. So teachers, please help make sure students are quiet during the announcements. This announcement is for phone calls that you received from me, or letters that you received over the weekend, your parents received over the weekend regarding the Crossroads Center. I want to clear up some questions and concerns students and parents had. Crossroads is not the alternative school for behavior. The alternative school for behavior is Rosedale. Crossroads is an alternative school or different school that focuses on academics. How students were recommended are simply based on what's called our Thrive Report. The Thrive Report indicates students who are on the right path or right trajectory for college and career readiness. Students who are in what's considered at risk for not being college and career ready received those letters and phone calls. So what does that mean? What does it mean that not college and career ready? That you have in danger based on the following criteria. You have weaknesses and skills related to math and or reading based on your overall academic achievement in math or reading, or both. Your MAP scores, your attendance, and if you've been suspended from school at least one time. Not a lot of suspension, but one suspension or more. So any students who have an attendance issue, who have had at least one suspension, or have weaknesses and skills in math or reading, any of those criteria you've hit, that would automatically put you in danger of not being on the college and career pathway. And as a result, Crossroads has recommended that you attend their school to get those skill sets up for 1 year. So again, anyone has any additional questions can see someone in guidance or see me to find out some more information. I have talked to students and parents, but those are the reasons why students were recommended, because they were students who were not considered at risk for not being on the right pathway for college and career readiness. Again, students, it starts with coming to school and bringing your A game each and every day. Coming to school with a positive attitude, applying yourself and demonstrating excellent attendance, and being part of Team DMS, we will do whatever it takes to educate and inspire you to become a globally competitive graduate. Let's make it an excellent day. Thank you.
This is Destiny.
And Demetrius. Have a wonderful Wednesday.